What is up guys, JayFerGaming here and welcome back to my F1 2016 career. This is Season 2, this is the Spanish Grand Prix. If you are new to my channel, do remember to subscribe and leave a like if you do enjoy this video. And yeah, it's been a crazy season so far. Go and check the previous 4 races, but yeah, you can see from the standings there is no standalone leader. We've just really had mixed up results. I mean, our teammate is actually beating us, which I find incredible if you look back to Season 1. But yeah, in the rivalry between myself and Palmer, I think it was just in the last, maybe the last 2 races, absolutely battering me. And look at the driver position. We've got to watch out because the bar is only half full and it hasn't been like that in a very long time. A decision I made a couple of races ago, I did say I wouldn't be trying to get resource points in practice, and yeah, it means we haven't had an upgrade in a little bit, but you can see from the results we've had so far, a little bit mixed. 2 non-points finishes, 2 points finishes, including a podium, so we're trying to build on that and start beating our teammate because Julian has probably had the edge over us this season. So our first lap even got us up to P20. It wasn't the best of laps, obviously, but we really need to improve, and we need to improve our qualifying pace because either way, Julian's going to beat us in the rivalry if we continue driving like this. So we'll come to the line, a vast improvement, but it's only P11, and I went out quite early compared to usual, and that was all my tyres used up. So there is the pace of the Renault. Palmer's in second, which is incredible. Ricciardo gets pole again, so Red Bull dominating qualifying so far this season. I'm all the way down at 12th. At least I get a free choice of tyres at the start, but we are struggling so bad in qualifying compared to our teammate and really need to step it up. So I decided I'm going to go for one stop for sure. I knew the strategy because of a league race I've done here recently, so I'm going to start on the hard tyres, then move on to the mediums, and I'm going to underfuel my car by quite a bit because I feel like the car has very good fuel efficiency at the moment. So maybe in the future I can underfuel it even more, but let's see how we do. We're building up to the start of the Spanish Grand Prix, starting on the hardest compound tyres. How are we going to do the start? 5 lights and away we go. We actually get a pretty awful getaway. We're struggling to get the car up through the gears, a load of wheel spin. And now I think this is Kvyat going for the attack. We might lose a couple of positions here, but we're trying to fend up the inside. Oh, we need to avoid Vettel. There's slight contact. I don't think we got any damage, but we were a little bit out of control there. Yeah, probably should have been a little bit more cautious on these hard compound tyres, but let's see if we can go up the inside of Bottas here and get the position. He's moving around quite a bit. We were lucky not to make contact. Up the inside of Vettel as well. Can we get ourselves up into the top 10? Not quite, because Vettel is still on our outside, which will turn to the inside, and we can't brake late because Perez is in the way. But still we're side by side with the Ferrari, considering he's on softs. I think he should have got the position back there a little bit earlier, but I think as we struggle with the car under braking, the back end is stepping out quite a lot, so I think I do adjust the brake bias. I do prefer it more to the front, around 60-ish%. But yeah, if we can stick with the cars ahead, then we should be in good stead for this race, because I think most cars will probably be 2-stopping, and we're going to try this different strategy of the 1-stop. So we might get track advantage later on. I'm not sure if that's going to help us, because DRS obviously is quite overpowered here, as it is at every track. And now Bottas is going for the move here. I don't fight it too much because I don't want to wear these tyres out, but I want to make sure I can get these hard tyres to around lap 19, 20 I think, and then go on to the mediums. So Bottas gets past us quite quickly, but behind us is the 2 Toro Rossos. Kvyat on the mediums and Sainz on the hards, so we might be racing Carlos Sainz here. It'll be interesting to see how we do compared to the Toro Rossos, but Kvyat on their mediums, he's got a great run on us. He's going for the move with DRS, and will he get it done? We defend a little bit because obviously if he's on the soft compound tyres, it's a bit pointless fighting against them cars because they're clearly going to overtake us. Quick yellow flag there. I don't really know what happened, but well, I'm just trying to not fight too much in these early stages. If we manage the tyre wear early, then we'll be able to fight later on in the race. So yeah, that's what my plan is at this point. So my teammates come into the pits at the end of lap 5, so the soft tyres really don't last that long. So with not having the soft tyres in this strategy, that could help us. Let's wait and see. So a few cars in the pits, we make up a few positions. Now on to lap 7. Carlos Sainz seems to have more pace than us, and considering we should have the second quickest car, we don't have the greatest of pace, but we're closing on. Kvyat a very late break and move into turn 1. We've gone too deep, so we're going to have to cut the corner, and I'm going to have to give the position back to Danny Kvyat, which it sounds easy, but at times the AI just will not overtake you no matter how slow you're going. So we've got to try and get Kvyat past, but try and keep his teammate behind. So we've got the inside line here. Sainz is going to try and go around the outside. I was in a tricky situation. They still are trying to cut across him so he can't have a chance of overtaking. We were so close to losing control. We need to get our head in the game. Wow, we're losing control here. I tried to move across to like force him out. We are so close to ending up in the wall. And then that huge lockup as well. We're so lucky. So yeah, we need to just maintain a rhythm once again. This time we're a lot closer to Kvyat. I go for the move and I brake very late and just keep the car on the track. So we're up to P2. Perez is leading the race, starting on the medium compound tyres. It'll be interesting to see if he goes for a one stop like us, but the alternate route. So lap 8, and do we have a car behind challenging us? Yes we do, it's Danny Kvyat. I just had the feeling I'd be fighting these Toro Rossos later on in the race, so I didn't really want to let them through too easily. So I try and defend once again. We've got the inside line, Kvyat doesn't turn in, so we still maintain our position at P2. I think at this point I knew the tyre wear was pretty good on these hard compound tyres. I managed them pretty well, so now I was able to fight with the cars around us. Sainz is going for the move. He's on the same compound as us, possibly the same strategy, so I want to stick with him as close as possible. Sainz gets through. Are we going to fight after this quick chicane? Can we go through the quick right hand and follow him? No, we can't. So yeah, let's see if we get DRS on the next lap. He's actually overtaking Kvyat, whose tyres must be going off. I think this could be around the maximum for the medium compound tyres. So lap 14 now, we're getting DRS, and are we going to close in on Sainz here? It looks like we are. We seem to have pretty good straight line speed, and we're going to go for the move into turn 1. Look at that speed. Up the inside, we're a little bit out of control under braking, but luckily we get the move done. There we go, up to P2 again. There's been a lot of action on the start-finish straight, I've got to say. Not a lot happened in the other sectors, which yeah, I suppose it's kind of expected at this circuit. But now, once again, we're going to have some action on the start-finish straight. As Sainz comes back at us, we just keep overtaking each other. And this time, we're going very defensive. And he actually barges us, because I think there's a car on his inside. Who is that? It's Daniel Ricciardo, who's already pitted. Them two are getting far too close. Ricciardo pushes Sainz out, so we're ahead of Sainz. And now I'm going to try and follow Ricciardo. I didn't know Ricciardo was there at first, so I thought, what the hell is Sainz doing? But yeah, 3 wide, and I tried to go defensive as well, so try and force Sainz to the inside. So we're lucky not to have a big incident really. So yeah, the 2 stoppers are starting to catch up to us, so we don't want to fight them too hard, but we could be fighting them later on in the race. Sainz gets the move done once again. There's a Mercedes of Hamilton very close to us. Is he going for the move? He has not so far. But we're trying to stick with Sainz once again, and we're going to get a fantastic run through this fast right-hander. You just need to control the throttle and then go flat out, and if you can get close enough to the car ahead, you can dive up the inside like I'm going to do on Sainz here. And are we going to get the move done, or is he going to hang around the outside? I think he might. No, he's still hanging on to it, and we're going to have to take an alternate line here and try not to let Hamilton through, but Sainz was slow there, so Hamilton's going to get a run, and I just back out of it here. There's no point getting involved with a Mercedes. But he's very slow. We've lost momentum. We made a bit of contact there. How we haven't had damage to our front wing in this race, I do not know. We've already clipped a Mercedes and a Ferrari, and that allowed Rosberg to get past. So we've got 2 cars between myself and Sainz. But look at my teammate. This is great racing. Push the manor out the way. Yeah, no manor's going to get past the Renault here, and I think that's Verline. He just stops. The AI program's strange really in some situations, but lap 17 now, we're trying to catch up to Sainz, but Rosberg, well, Hamilton's got ahead of Sainz already. Rosberg's going to go for it, and now we got Kimi Räikkönen behind us, so yeah, we could be fighting these later on in the race, like I said before. It's going to be interesting to see, because we should get the undercut with the medium compound tyres, but these drivers might be coming back at us just like now, but later on in the race. So we're trying to catch back up to Carlos Sainz, and I thought, yeah, I think the mediums might be able to go 15 laps, so I'm going to try and go for the undercut on Carlos Sainz. So come through the chicane, we're going to put on the mediums, but of course Sainz comes in as well. He reads just like his favourite book, and he's coming in at the same time as us. So here we go for hopefully our one and only stop, and I think Raikkonen's coming in with us and he's jumped us. That's brilliant. We've lost a lot of time to Carlos Sainz, and there's a lot of cars coming down the start-finish straight. Look at all this traffic and coming out. This car's oh, we made contact again. Oh my god, I need to control myself. But Raikkonen's really holding up Vettel there. We've come around the outside of Vettel. Can we get Raikkonen? We still don't have any damage to the front wing, which is very lucky indeed, but I want to get past Raikkonen here. He's on the hard compound tyres, so he's gone for a 2-stop. And now he's on the slowest compound, so we could be in the pound seats here. We could get a pretty decent finish. Haryanto ahead of us. I think he's on a 1-stop as well, just like us. So he's having a fantastic race so far, and we're trying to catch up to him, but he's got some pretty decent straight line speed with that Mercedes power unit, so we're settling in behind him, but we're going to try and get a better exit on our fresh mediums, which are working very well in the early stages. And look at the run we get here on Haryanto. We're going to go up the inside, and there we go. We should be into the top 10 here. Let's see if he fights us as we go purple in the first sector. There we go, up the inside. And now, of course, we're going to fight our old rival, Romain Grosjean. We fought so often in the first half of the first season, but the Haas progression has not been good at all. I think they're the 10th quickest team. I mean, Manor have jumped them. Manor are the 9th best team at the moment, and they're really looking like scoring quite a few points at times this season. I mean, I think they've already got 16, which is unbelievable, though there was a bit of a glitch there. But got to run on Grosjean, DRS, our first overtake on this straight. I think it's probably our first bit of action as well, so yeah, that's a bit of a surprise. But we get ourselves up to P9, and there, Julian Palmer is just ahead of us. So considering he qualified second and was running around in third in the early stages, we're not that far behind him, and he's going to the end on hard tyres, and I really couldn't even catch up to him. He had some fantastic pace, and it was only until he started battling with Perez here, which has given me a shot of making up a couple of positions. But behind us, Vettel is going to be putting us under pressure in a few laps. I think he's followed by Raikkonen. Not too sure who else, but Perez is struggling on his 1-stop. I think he's the lead 1-stop runner, so he is really helping me out as Palmer goes for the move. I mean, I want as many points as possible for Renault, but I need to beat Palmer at the moment, otherwise I might lose my #1 driver standing in this team. But he's really held up Perez nicely there for me, and we're going to get a run, a classic move around Spain that I go for all the time. Up the inside, let's try and outbrake Perez into turn 4, and we do get the move done. And now my concern was to get Palmer. P4 would be incredible. We started 12th, Palmer started 2nd, and we're just behind him. This different strategy has worked pretty well, but there's still 4 laps to go, and we are kind of struggling in that chicane and getting a great run out the final corner. For some reason, I just struggle with the final corner in this race. I'm not sure why, but tyres are going off, and now Perez is coming back at me. Look at the straight line speed he has. Unbelievable. That force injury in a straight line. But once again, we're going to try and fight back. Try and go for the move we've done quite a few times already. Can we get close enough to go for it? Yes, we do. Slipstream's pulling us along. Here we go, up the inside. And can we get it done? Perez, is he going to hang around the outside like a few other cars haven't? We try and force him out, and we do it successfully. But unluckily for us, Palmer's getting away, and I don't think I have the pace to catch up to him, unfortunately. But here we go, on the penultimate lap, and the disappointing thing for me was Vettel has overtaken Perez, and his tyres are performing better than mine at the moment, so I'll try and squeeze, and we're on to the final lap now. We are fighting for position, and I want that 5th place, so we use the slipstream. He's got DRS, and we go back up the inside. Can we get the position back? He leaves the room. We cut across him, and have we got it? Yes, we have, but it's going to be a very tricky final lap because my tyres are seriously going off the cliff now, and I got a horrible run in this sector. I took too much curve there, oversteer, sliding on the curve. Vettel's going to run. He's got DRS. Can we outbrake him into this hairpin? He's going to try and go around the outside. We try and outbrake him, but we go wide, understeered off the track, and now we're sliding off the track. Perez has got through. Unbelievable. I didn't think I'd be losing the position to him, but now I was so disappointed with that move. I wanted to be the lead 1-stopper. Can we fight back? Can we go for a dive bomb into this final chicane? We're going to look for it. I know we've locked up. Perez closed the door. We just couldn't get it done. We're going to be Vettel, but Perez has jumped us on the final lap with a bit of a stupid mistake from myself. Coming to the line, and it's P6. I should be happy with that really, considering our qualifying performance, but to lose a position in, I think that was the final sector as well, it was very disappointing. So it's kind of a more standard podium compared to the rest of the season as Ricciardo takes the victory from the two Mercedes. Again, fantastic drive from Parma, racking up the points this season. We end up with 8 points in 6th place, but we beat the two Ferraris, so great performance then. Rio Haryanto gets a point. Oh man, it's improving this season. Haryanto's finished 10th twice, so great performance there. Driver standings, Ricciardo extends his lead at the top of the standings, ahead of the two Mercedes. And look at Parma with 48 points in 4th. That should be me. I can't believe I'm 12 points behind him, but hopefully we step it up. Monaco next. That's going to be very interesting, but look at the standings, just so close everywhere. Just so excited for this season. Hope you guys are as well. Do leave a like if you have enjoyed that race. Look at Verline up there with that glitched podium. And Haryanto there gets his 2nd point. But look at Raikkonen, for example. 15th place. Ferrari having a shocking season so far, though they have finally jumped up to 5th. But still, they're nowhere near us in 3rd. 84 points. Brilliant start to the season. So, if you have enjoyed this video, please do leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already to my channel. And I'll catch you in the next race, the Monaco Grand Prix. Goodbye.